Man, you see on your screen is Keagan Curtis from the Kamloops Broncos joining us for a couple of minutes here in the off season. How's it going?
Good. How are you doing tonight?
Good. What's going on in the off season for you? What are you up to?
Lots of just hitting the field with the guys, honestly, the guys that are in town here. It's been blessed to have a really late winter, not really a lot of snow till February there, so we could get on the field late into December and stuff, and then it cleared up by like middle of the March here, so we were ready to go right away, and then we've just been in the field a couple times a week, and then going forward with that, we had the CFL passing showcase in Edmonton. So got a lot of the guys that were out of province in Alberta and Saskatchewan and even Winnipeg. A couple of guys came out and we all met up in Edmonton and we did pretty good there. Placed fourth, but playing against that university level competition was really good, like to see where we are going into this next season.
For you, when you match up against some of these quicker receivers from U Sports, like was it a huge jump?
It wasn't a huge jump. I'd say the biggest jump I noticed was quarterback play. The receivers that you got to be big and fast to play receiver on these higher levels. So everyone's gonna just match up close to each other. But the biggest jump was quarterback play, and just some of those guys have a rocket on them, and they can put it where they want it. You know.
Yeah. So you talked about being on the field in Kamloops because it's been such a mild winter in BC. Give me some specifics. What are you doing on the field specifically? Are you in full pads? Are you hitting?
Not in full pads, not doing a lot of hitting, more just kind of keeping the body ready for the season coming up, and like not having those the breaking the rust off and stuff when training camp does come along and stuff like that, trying to stay ready for when the moment arises, right? And
Yeah.
then just lots of like footwork, conditioning, all that stuff, just trying to stay ready, and then obviously hitting the weight room as well to put on the muscle and keep it.
15 interceptions in your first two seasons. Are you surprised by that many picks?
I mean, I definitely say my first year was the big one. I had nine
Yeah.
that year, and that was a big jump. I was always like pretty good at like taking the ball away, like in high school especially. Like I had about seven in my senior year, but I think 15 in 2 seasons is a pretty crazy number to have, and I just want to keep that success going forward, if you know what I mean. Like I just it's surreal sometimes, but at the same time, that's my job and that's what I'm supposed to do out on the field. So when I do it, it at a certain point, you kind of just get used to it and you want to keep doing that, keep that success going forward.
Yeah. You play free safety. Should you have more picks than, say, a defensive back who's looking after one guy essentially? You have the whole field and multiple receivers you can go after.
Yes and no. I think there is like certain positions where if you know it's just how you play the position and it's getting lucky too sometimes, you know. It's everyone on the field doing their job. If my guys up front have a good rush against the quarterback and he might just have to throw a prayer up and I can just go steal one for the guys.
Put myself in your shoes, in your cleats, in your helmet. When you're lining up defensively and you can see the whole field, are you looking for something? Are you just watching the quarterback? Are you looking at potentially a potential target?
So a lot of watching the quarterback, of course, because you got it. He runs the whole offense. He's going to tell you if it's a run or a pass. So a lot of doing that, but as well just trying to figure out who your threats are right away. Figure out who's going to be the deep man, especially because I'm usually in the deep zone. So trying to figure out who my deep man is going to be, and then taking care of him and capping him so he can't get the ball. And if he does, then maybe the quarterback made a mistake because I'm going to be there waiting for it.
Yeah. I guess you need to know what down it is too, right? How many yards they need to get to potential first down or to a score. All that is taken into consideration, I would imagine.
Exactly. It is taken into consideration. I'm big on letting the guys know too what the plays are. Like I'm giving them the play calls and stuff like that. So it's big to know like if we're gonna be running short, like press coverage, or if it's gonna be, hey, stay at the sticks, guys. Like they only need this many yards. Make sure they don't get there because a lot of teams will just run something like a quick out or something, just to get those quick 3 or 4 yards that they need. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So let's look at you. You're going into your third season now in the CJFL with the Broncos. Will there be more expectations, do you think, on yourself? Does the coaching staff have higher expectations? Do you have higher expectations on yourself?
I think there's always high expectations going into any season, right? You always want to be the best player you can be and
Yeah.
play the best ball you can play. But I think going into my third season now, the game has slowed down a lot more for me, which is nice, especially playing against like going from that high school to the junior level where these guys are bigger and faster. Like you got guys coming in from the States and like guys that just weren't like in school, so they came over here and started playing in BC. The competition is great and I love it, and I think the expectations are only going to get higher when you do have good seasons and those things do happen for you. So I think I'm ready for it.
Could you be ready tomorrow to play? Could you strap it up and get
Oh
going
yeah,
tomorrow?
for sure. We've been itching to hit over here.
Well, listen, thanks for doing this. Continued success in the weight room and getting prepared for the 2024 season, and we'll see you on the field soon.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for the opportunity.